Hey everyone, ever notice how cyber criminals stopped stealing passwords all of a sudden and started stealing your soul, supply chains, and your mom's dating life, compiling it all together? Welcome to Chaos. 3 cybersecurity experts, 3 stories that'll make you realize nobody's safe without a vigilant mindset, a shift. Today we go from space agencies getting quietly looted to romance scams that weaponize loneliness to a Nike breach where hackers rejected you and didn't even steal your personal data even though they could have. Instead, they chose to steal everything that makes Nike, well, Nike. This is organized crime with psychology, patience, and a successful business model. Stick around for our hack or hype episode. We're really excited about this. We have fun and reveal never before published details about these stories. If you still think cyber risk is just a tech issue, this episode will feel like an ice cold shower. This is Cybercrime Junkies. And now the show. It depends on the day. Some days I'm 6 foot. Look at my video. I'm like, hey guys, how are you up there?
How's the weather up there?
Okay, let me do this. Here we go.
Right now we're minus 21 with the wind, minus 21 Fahrenheit. I took a moment like 10 minutes ago to put the garbage out. You know, I guess tomorrow is a garbage recollection, and I don't know how they will do it. And I felt it. I says, no, just let me get with the sweater out and just to pull. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, today we're going to each talk about, so here, let me just start this. So yeah, Thursday is our garbage day, but it's already, every time I go outside, it's freaking cold. I do want to show you something, but today I'm going to show it to you in just a second. So welcome everybody to Hacker Hype. I am your host, David Morrow, along with a nebulous panel. Look that word up. We have Zach Moscow and Dr. Sergio Sanchez. Welcome, gentlemen, and I use that term with utmost respect.
Hello, friend.
How are you?
So, Sergio, I put together a little something. I just shared it with Zach before we went on air, and hopefully you'll be able to see this and enjoy this.
About it! Very
All right.
The lesson here is that Dino has way too much time on his hands.
This is what happens when my wife goes out of town with my daughter. I have late nights going like, I got an idea. Oh, that's a funny meme. Let me throw that in. And then this other thing.
He's productive.
I'm productive.
You can't,
right?
can't argue.
Somewhere, there is a job waiting for me where I can just make memes. Like,
yeah, there you go.
Sounds like a friggin' awesome job. All right, so welcome everybody to to Chaos. What we're going to do is we have each one of us brings a story so that we can all stay updated, right? And we all, because there's a lot of news sources. We call, and there's different lessons from each one. And so each one of us brings a story. So I'm going to turn it over to which gentleman would like to. Anybody? Do we have volunteers?
I started last time. Go ahead.
Okay,
I'll take it.
Mr. Zach Moscow. What is your story? What's going on?
Good afternoon, guys. So I don't think it's come up on this podcast, but I'm really into space and into space programs and space technology and astronomy and the James Webb Telescope.
Excellent.
There's a story that I saw, actually kind of 2 events from the last month that really gave me pause. The European Space Agency, the ESA, which you're probably familiar with, it's one of NASA's big partners on most of their high-profile projects, has had 2 pretty significant breaches back-to-back. One in late December, one in early January. We're talking hundreds of gigabytes of data. They are claiming that none of it is classified, but it's still engineering, operations, credentials, a lot of really sensitive
it could be used
stuff.
For later on logging
exactly
in.
right.
Yeah,
because
that's scary.
so they're
That's
obviously
scary.
doing a ton of forensics, and they're, I'm sure, going to do a lot of system and access changes to make sure that whatever was exfiltrated hopefully can't be used again to get into anything sensitive. But it just goes to show you that no matter how excellent your vision is, your sense of purpose, that doesn't make you untouchable in the cybercrime world. And it's really sad because they're really doing interesting things, and I personally can't support them enough. But yeah, they're dealing with a lot of repercussions of these two events.
Well, I love Tang, and so I always thought of being an astronaut. I mean, Tang is delicious.
It is
one of the. I mean, I love the space program. I think that. I mean, I've always had telescopes. I've always studied it. But I took an astronomy class in college thinking, hey, what a cool, what a fun thing, right? Like, that's great. Like,
how can you not look up at the stars and feel
it was so
wonder?
hard. It was so hard. It was all physics. I was like, dude, what is all this math and physics? And like, I was like, this is really hard. But then when I got into it and I learned some of the formulas, then I was like, oh, this is so cool. Because then you're able to understand how the planets move around each other and how to do the formulas to predict things. It was really cool.
True story. I have a niece who is a PhD candidate in astronomy at UC Merced.
Wow.
And she visited us over the holidays, and we got to talk about some of the things that she's working on. And it total fanboy. I just think it's the coolest stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me tell you, my hero growing up besides Superman in the comics, in real life was Carl Sagan. And now I love Neil deGrasse Tyson. I mean,
of course.
Very interesting way of see life, see the stars. And I will remember forever, a phrase of Carl Sagan says that everybody is made of stardust.
Right.
And it's the truth.
And matter,
basically, chemistry is telling you the truth.
It is.
There's that, and there's the little blue dot. That's my other favorite.
Yes. The little blue dot.
That's
all right. Sergio, what you got this week?
So, I guess when this episode is out will be February, which is the month of law.
Well, I have nothing to do, so it might come up freaking tomorrow.
All right, perfect.
Like I've got a long queue of recorded episodes, but I always put us first. So,
well,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Anyway, we are going to very soon celebrate the month or the day of love and friendship.
Yes.
And with that in mind, my new hobby that I found very funny, and actually I post a lot of that in LinkedIn, I love to hack, or I love to hunt hackers wannabe or scammers wannabe.
Oh, yeah, like script kiddies, scammers, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
And actually, I was reading something interesting that basically is how not to get pig butchering. And
how not to get weird. Yeah, how not to get hurt from pig butchering, especially with Valentine's Day.
Exactly. I just want the people to imagine that they receive, and I guess you guys get this, I get it very often in every single social network or even in my phone. We get these texts that are from gorgeous people.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Dino, what are you doing? Or, hey, buddy, how are you doing? You're like,
yes, exactly. Or, hey, are you coming for dinner tomorrow?
Right.
And normally the people will say, I'm so sorry, who is this? And they normally will answer, oops, sorry, wrong number. But they start chatting. And they are very charming with you. They try to get in a friendship with you. And sadly, some people fall for that. It's a lot of people that are alone, people that they want to be loved, people that they are sadly being used because of that. So these people establish a friendship and a relationship with these people that just answer, hi, wrong number. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope we can be friends, blah, blah, blah. Right. Week later, after talking to you and says every day, every morning, hi, good morning, my love, or at the night, hi, good night, my love, sleep well, blah, blah, blah. They start mentioning crypto investments.
Yes.
And the funny part here is you get convinced by that. You try a little bit and you start making money. So they are pushing you later on, like, hey, you invested $100 and now you have 200. You see, it's working. Why you don't invest, $5,000? And sometimes, in some cases, the people invest the $5,000 and then they get $2,000 more. And the problem is when it says, hey, what about if you put everything you have? And you see, you are making extra money. Why not? Congratulations, you got Pig Butcher. And actually, that's the actual name. And it's given by the Chinese people that they do this. In Chinese, it's called Sha Su Pan. And means that slaughter the pig, which the idea is they fatten the pig with love and trust, and they slaughter financially. And you are the pig. Great, right?
Don't be the...
Well, yes.
Well, it's remarkable because you and I were talking about this offline when we were investigating 764, the 764 gang, which is just brutal gang. It's resulted in teenagers in the U.S., like over 60 of them in the last year, committing suicide, and sometimes the time frame in which they meet somebody and the time frame when the kids unalive themselves or whatever you're supposed to say so that we don't get banned on YouTube. It's horrible. And it's a day or two sometimes in between just meeting this person. And what they said they do is one of the psychological tactics is they love bomb up front, like you were describing. And then they pull away. They cut it off so that the person is so needing, like you mentioned, they wake up and they're talking to them. They go to bed. They're the last person they talk to, right? And it shows one of the risks of having teenagers or younger with a phone or a tablet alone in the room. You don't necessarily even know. Sometimes they're in the room right next to you, and you don't necessarily know what
they've got no perspective. They've got no experience. They've got no awareness,
no life experience
of that they are being manipulated.
Right.
But now let me finish to tell you about this, because also it's a sad part from the other side. So the American government discovered, is the FBI, that $10 billion were scammed in 2024. But now also something that they discovered too is a lot of these people that are trying to scam you, they are trafficking victims. It's people that was kidnapped and then sent to a compound in South Asia. It says that around 300,000 people from 56 different countries are held in these scam factories.
Yep, and they keep them there, right?
The scammer is also a victim. And the way that they get them is by actually, believe it or not, offering a job. Like
legitimate jobs. Yep.
Exactly.
Legitimate job.
And then, yes, and even they pay the first week of work. And then they says, hey, we need you to come to Thailand because the headquarters are in Thailand, and we will pay, the airplane and the stay. And of course, people go. Somebody in the airport, with one sign with your last name is showing up, and they get you in a van and you get in a prison.
Right.
So
they
have to be careful.
They torture them. Yeah, they torture them. Yep. They basically hold them. It's a forced labor camp.
Yes,
right?
And they have quotas.
Yep.
They have around $5,000 to scam per week. If not, they get beaten. Basically, they are thrown to the hole.
Yep.
So
it's horrible. It's really sad because then the people that are doing this to the victims, right? The pig butchering, right? The people that are even doing it are victims, right? The actual, right? They're just desperate and they have to make the sale, and everybody knows when your life depends on it, you're going to make that sale, right? You have to convince that person. It's so tragic.
I was going to tell you the red flags to look for.
Yeah,
if it's okay.
Please tell us.
So number one, the wrong number. How many times we were kids, somebody called, you pick up the phone, is the wrong number. Oh, thank you, bye.
Yeah.
And you hang up immediately. That is how it really happened in real life. You don't establish a relationship with somebody that by mistake is texting you or calling you. Number two, They are perfect and super into you immediately. Real humans really they are not that into you. So scammers has a script to follow. They never chat with you via video or any way, Zoom or Google Meet. No. And always see that excuse that the camera doesn't work, that they are sick, they don't have things like that.
Well, that's going to change soon, though. With deepfake technology.
But the trick here always for me is, okay, if you are a person looking at me, please do this. Touch with your index finger, the tip of your nose, and put the another index finger inside your ear. If they can do that immediately, then it's a real person. If no, but again, also be careful with a real person because they can create also filters. How many people is beautiful and gorgeous in Snapchat or Instagram? In real life, it's like, wow, it's catfish. Yeah. Remember that. Also, they are going to show you a lot of luxury lifestyle that suppose they have, like a fancy cars, watches, houses.
Because of their crypto investments, right?
Yeah, they are sending you
how do you do that? And they don't have to work, right? They're just, I'm going to Dubai next week. And then after that, I think I'll go to south of France.
Yes.
And after that, and you're like, who lives like that?
Sounds nice.
Yeah. And another thing is the urgency. And this is across all the scammers. Do it now. Invest now. Right. Even guys, us, when we go buy a car and the car, you are doubting about the price, the salesperson most of the time is like, wait. If you buy it right now, we will throw free this, free that. We will put tires and a windshield in your car. Things like that. So be careful or urgency. All right? And please, please, please don't put money that you need in things like this, even if it's real. Use money that you have extra, which is funny because who has extra money today?
Right.
All right, guys. So that's basically what I want to talk about.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Most business leaders have a fatal flaw which results in their growth being interrupted or stopped terminally. They ignore the mountain they're about to crash into, distracted by the focus on revenue growth. Until it's too late. Don't become another fatal business statistic. Keep your cybersecurity modern so you can grow without interruption. Stay competitive. Get NetGain. Stay focused on your growth and funding. While NetGain keeps your technology always available with expert-level cybersecurity services to stop breaches in their tracks, all at a fraction of the cost of managing it yourself. Don't wait for a technology disaster to interrupt and cripple your growth. Speak with a specialist today. Contact NetGain Technologies today at 844-777-6278 or reach out online at netgainit.com. That's 844-777-6278 and netgainit.com. Grow your business uninterrupted. Contact NetGain today.
That was really good. That is really helpful. I would say the only thing I am going to push back on you for a couple things. For sure, pig butchering and romance scams are brutal. And I will say the numbers you gave about how often they happen, I think they're underreported because I think most victims, when they fall victim to this, they're ashamed of themselves.
They're so embarrassed.
Because they're generally bright people that have a retirement or have money in savings, right? They're not like these, and they're just ashamed, right? They don't want to tell their children. They don't want to tell their sisters, their brothers. The other thing is think of the context even more than the video, meaning if they sound real and they look real, even if you have them do those traditional things, I think the technology is getting too good that they very well might look like a picture, and they very well, even if you have them do that, that doesn't get you out of the pig butchering fear and out of the scam, because I think it's just the technology is just advancing to the point where The question we have to ask ourselves is, what are they asking us to do? Not whether the technology or whether it could be Brad Pitt who's talking to me, or it could be somebody, right? It's more like, what are they asking me to do? Like they're saying, and it's always like you mentioned, Sergio, it's always like a emergency surgery that I have to have. And my insurance over here in Croatia won't cover it, right? Or it's some crisis, right? My car broke down, right? And
immediacy.
It's always immediate.
The urgency.
Like, right, because they've already earned your trust, just like anybody that you've dated in real life, anybody that you, like a relative, like they've earned your trust over time.
Yeah. They hack your psyche, not your computer.
Yes. Yeah. So when you think about that, first of all, there's a lot of resources. There's the Internet Crime Center of the FBI that you can contact. They will talk to you, like somebody will talk to you, your local police department. Oftentimes your local police department non-emergency number has a line. If you just Google it, like most areas have a line that like will support you and help you. And there's also some people that will help. Like if you explain it to them, they don't judge. They will actually talk to you about it.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of that stuff with the FBI's InfoGuard, and we're trying to push that message out. Like just call before you send the $10,000. Like call, talk to somebody objective. They're not going to judge you. It happens a lot, but if they can get involved before you've sent the money, then there might be ways where they can help track it for you or do things like that. So that way, if it goes south, which it will, we know, right? Then they'll be able to help then after it's added up to $200,000, and then you go to them. They're like, well, you've already sent it. Like, you know what I mean? We can't get it back. They've already spent it.
A second set of eyes, a second perspective. We talk about that in business transactions. We talk about it in every interaction that you have. If it's financial, it's always a good idea.
Absolutely.
And with parents and kids.
Yeah.
Doing that with like the 764 gang, just let your kids know they can come talk to you.
And always talk to me.
Absolutely.
Always talk to me. Like no judgment. You will not get in trouble. Well, Dad, I took the phone and I did this and I sent I really love this person. I thought it was so, I sent a nude photo or whatever, a compromising thing. It's like, it's got to be okay as a parent to go, it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
Just
we're gonna figure this out
together. Right. We'll figure this out.
And I hope a lot of parents hear this podcast or another places that we express this, the technology people, that they are responding correctly to the kids, that they are not screaming at them, that they are not reacting in a way that actually the kid will cut communication immediately, because that is priority number one. And now that the parents hearing this podcast or all podcasts of us, they can now have the knowledge, like, no, my son or my daughter weren't really, in love with a person. Probably it's a bunch of fat guys in the basement of a parent doing evil things.
Right.
So be aware of that. Sadly, also, it's not about kids. It's not about people look for love. Also, it's people looking for jobs.
Right.
I found
That's exactly right. It's people out there looking for jobs.
Today, I receive an offer for a job like CISO in a company that is in England, and the base salary is $450,000.
Well, that sounds like a great job.
Sounds like a great job, Sergio.
Yeah,
send me that link, will you?
Yes.
I'll go to Thailand.
And then
I'll go to Thailand.
You see the person sending you the information, and it's an architect. Like, I was expecting mostly a human resources person at least. Yeah. But an architect offered me a job like a CISO. What can be wrong about it?
Right. Again,
and architecture is blowing up these days. Yeah. It's a great industry.
All right. My story number 3, and then we're going to do a quick thing of hacker hype, because I went to the trouble of doing a video.
You have the video already. Yeah.
Please. Okay, so Nike apparently...
That's a good one.
And allegedly, all of this is considered allegedly for the lawyers in the audience, is investigating a major data breach. But it's not what we assume. When we report on data breaches, it's usually what? X amount of user profiles, passwords, emails, logins, session cookies, right? It's the users, the employees, or the customers that get breached. Mm-hmm. Not this time. It's not what we think. Breaches are mostly commonly like thefts of, regular credentials, right? This one's totally different. That's why it's a story. This Nike breach didn't steal all of those. They left all of that data there. Isn't that weird? I've just thought that was weird.
Unless now they know this shoe size that we wear.
Yeah, and they do actually, and then they know even more. So what's weird is they kind of jumped over that data and got to something else. To answer why they did that and why they left the data that is obviously so commonly stolen, we got to understand Nike's history just a little bit. Nike was founded January 25th, 1964 as Blue Ribbon Sports by Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman before it became the swoosh empire that we know today. Their annual revenue is higher than hundreds of countries' GDP, right? It's the number one most counterfeited company on the planet. I didn't even know that. Counterfeits aren't small street annoyances, right? International Task Force estimate that the fake goods have sucked up more than $400 billion last year. Nike is the top of that list. Wow. Now, in 2020, Nike had an attempted credential stuffing breach where they kind of take the passwords that they find on the dark web and start trying to log in and stuff. Their security group internally was able to kind of minimize that, which was good. But there they were doing the traditional thing. They were trying to get into accounts of users. This is different and shows something. It shows that cyber criminals are, in my opinion, getting meaner and going after something more tangible, right? This to me is more of a heist. It really is. It's like a heist of fine works of art. WorldLeaks is the group that did this or allegedly did this. They posted samples of the data on their dark website and that got everywhere, right? Because they also are present on the regular web. Now, who WorldLeaks is they spun off from Hunters International, who shut down this past July after the FBI took down Hive. Remember when the FBI took down Hive? Hive was attacking all of the U.S. hospitals. The FBI took down their infrastructure. So Hunters International came from, Hunters International saw that and they voluntarily shut down all their stuff. Apparently WorldLeaks is just like Hunters International. It's the same people under different brands, but WorldLeaks does it differently. The way WorldLeaks works is Hunters International was a traditional, ransomware as a service. They'll go in, they'll encrypt, and then if they don't pay the ransom, then they'll do the double extortion. They'll threaten to publish it to everybody, throw up all the data, right? And that is supposed to intentionally, get people to pay the ransom. WorldLeaks doesn't do that. WorldLeaks doesn't encrypt the data. They just go in, steal data, and then threaten to publish it if you don't pay. Now, look, that may or may not work. When the FBI gets involved, they're going to say, look, don't pay ransom because we're funding criminal enterprises. But we understand that you have a business to run, and for business reasons, organizations often pay. Having said that, WorldLeaks doesn't even do that. WorldLeaks just goes in and extorts, right? It's pure extortion, right? So they exfiltrate the data, which is a fancy word for steal the data, and then they do that. But they don't focus on the standard stuff that we report on. The standard stuff that we report on is credentials and stuff. Here, they got the big stuff. So here's what they did. They got 1.4 terabytes of data. That's 188,000 big files.
That's
and it
a
was,
lot.
yeah, it was all intellectual property. That's all they took.
Wow.
This was targeted. They took product designs, pricing, manufacturer info, supply chain info.
Wow.
And it's crazy because what's significant about this breach is not that Nike got breached. Everybody knows Nike, right? One of the best brands in the planet. What makes this is that the data that was stolen is at the core of what makes Nike Nike. I mean, remember, Nike sells a commodity, right? Yeah. They sell clothes and shoes, right? But they've always done it a certain way, right?
And devices.
Yes, and devices.
And devices now.
But the way they sell it, the way that they go to market is very Simon Sinek of them, right? It's very Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs always talked about him. And they're like, they sell a commodity, but they do it the right way. They celebrate great athletics and great athletes. They talk about that. They promote that, right? And they don't talk about the dimensions of their air soles or how one is more comfortable. That's never the message. What was stolen was the marketing strategy info. What was stolen was their messaging. Everything that made Nike Nike was allegedly stolen. And they passed up the stuff that's usually taken in data breaches. That's why this is the story today for me, because to me, that's huge, because that shows an evolution in cybercrime. That shows a major shift into what these ransomware gangs and this organized crime element is evolving to. So the details of exactly how they did it, the root cause, the dwell time, meaning how long were they in there, because
it's got to be a while.
Shows us they were in there for a while before they did it, or what types of tool sets that they used. WorldLeaks is known for using this very stealthy exfiltration tool, meaning it's not detectable by traditional SOC teams, security teams. It bypasses that. As that investigation continues, we're going to update everybody, because we're going to do a deeper dive on this, go through more of the details, and we're going to find out as it comes to light. And as because they have to file their SEC filing, there's going to be details in that. All of this stuff is going to be really interesting to follow.
I was going to tell you not to give ideas to people, but now Kentucky Fried Chicken and Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I will be worried. Finally, we will know the 11 spices.
Yes, exactly.
What they put in Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. If you do that, and that is now common knowledge, what makes you great? Like, the generic knockoff will actually taste exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, literally, scientifically exactly the same.
Yeah.
Because they have your recipe. Like, that to me gets to the heart of cybersecurity. It's what it's all about, right?
If I were KFC, I will take the recipe offline. And the same with Coca-Cola.
Get it
Write it down in
outside
a
of
paper and put it in a safe box.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm sure that they've had those conversations.
Yeah. What are any thoughts on this? Any ideas or any thoughts on this?
You hit the nail on the head, I think, with the level of sophistication and really,
it was really
a more heady understanding of what's valuable for an organization. And you mentioned, lag time, how long they'd been in their systems. You're talking about data that lived in different places. Marketing data is separate from product design, is separate from
intellectual property,
all of these high-level targets, right?
Their supply chain information, how they deliver their product. How is Nike being successul? Like, how
these
are they
complex systems living in very, very different places. So I have to imagine they were there for a while to understand where that data was housed, how it was housed. Yeah.
We used to be accustomed of these people, these hackers, to be fast acting. Like, I'm going hack as soon as possible. I will steal the information. I will encrypt the information, blah, blah, blah.
Smash and
grab. The thing that worries me now
Mm-hmm.
is that now they are taking it slowly. they are being patient, not only to get to the best moment to attack, but now that they're inside, they're taking sweet time to figure it out, what is in there. I don't have any rush. I will figure it out in a horizontal way, what else I can get in. So they are not rushed anymore. And that worried me a lot.
Oh, yeah. And we've talked about this when we talk about AI, and we've talked about polymorphic ransomware and polymorphic attacks, right? And I don't know if that was involved here, but I wouldn't be surprised. And what that is they build these tools that have AI in it that learns on the fly. So they launch it once and it gets in. I'm just telling you, poor Mrs. Buttermaker over in the third floor cubicle working at Nike who clicked some random invoice or something. But nothing happens and she goes about her day, right? But from there, that thing is able to move around, and then it wants to jump to that server, but it sees it's got zero trust and it's got CrowdStrike and it's got that, but it writes the code to turn that off, gets in, right? That's what the research is showing is being done. And so now that research is going to make it to the hands of people that want to do bad things with it.
There's no definition-based threats, right? This is all novel. It's all being written and scripted on the fly. It's really scary.
Yeah, it's just brutal. Okay. On a lighter side, I believe we know what time it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot make this stuff up. Or can we? That's really the question.
I think you just did.
The first top headline I'm going to read is the following. School athletic director uses AI to deepfake the principal as racist and gets jail time. Is that a hack or hype? Sergio.
I believe is real, is a hack. Now everybody can do deepfake in the phone anytime in 5 minutes.
All right, putting you down as real. Mr. Moscow, what do you say?
Also real.
Also real? I don't get any hype in there at all.
It sounds believable. Deepfake tools are more mainstream. You can use it to go along with an agenda that you've constructed to take revenge on your principal who doesn't give you money for your athletic budget. Sure, I believe it.
Or you are upset with him. And very fast, have everybody here
Let me ask Kylie. Even I don't know the answer. So let me ask Kylie over there. Okay, it's real. Both got it right.
High five, Sergio.
Good job. Actually,
really,
yes,
really
very
impressed.
fast. You ever try an application? You can use it in your phone or your computer. Google Flow. You can put a static photograph of whatever you want and tell, I want the character to move to the left, to the right. If it's a logo, rotate it, destroy it, put it together. Took me 30 seconds and give you a 6-7 seconds video. Yeah.
Really?
So that's why I was saying this is real.
That's amazing. Okay. We'll go another one. We're going to stay in the K-12 space today, apparently. Kylie sent me this one. A Pennsylvania school district reports AI voice of superintendent announces a fake school snow day for school. Is that true? Did that happen or not? Sergio.
I will tell also it's true. I can imagine a kid that discovered this, a voice of the principal and says, hey, we need another day off. I believe it's true. The funny part here is how to get into the PA system in the school. That's
exactly
the idea.
Although they have rickrolled that.
You just hit the nail on the head, Sergio. I believe that the kid could figure out how to do that, but they would have to hack the email system or the automated phone system of the school district to be able to get that message out to parents. And I don't think that happened. So I'm going to say this is all hype. This didn't happen.
Really? Well, hang on. I have to have a sound like, okay. So that was not real. That was fake. That was hype. I'm just telling you. So that was not real. Although, in 6 months, if we do this episode, I bet that will be real. With this huge storm This huge storm that came in, you can't tell me this hasn't happened in the last couple of days.
Oh.
So, all right. Sergio, I don't blame you for going
Well, let me tell you, I was thinking, and I will tell you my age. My PA in high school was a microphone with a speaker system that now everybody can go with a phone and put it in the microphone. So,
unbelievable.
But you're right. You're right.
Okay, here's another one. AI voice impersonation of a senator almost cons a manufacturing exec out of $500,000. True or false?
You said almost cons.
Correct.
They
caught it just in time.
So correct. I will say it's true.
I agree. It's true.
All right. Where is the for it? Oh, I guess I don't.
That's Kylie.
I know. Kylie, where is the... Oh, there we go. Thank you, Kylie. Can you do it faster so I don't look like an idiot next time? Thank you. I know. Yeah, that was... I just made that up just now. I didn't even have it written down. So...
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Did it sound like I was reading it at least?
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally was just making it up as we talk because I just wanted to throw a third one in.
Stop preparing for this podcast, you know.
Yeah, I know, it's better when I know. And there's no using AI for like what are the most crazy stories. You guys can't do that because then I got to come up with another game. We'll have to go to like Cyber Jeopardy or something, which we may do also.
Could be fun.
Yeah, there you go.
That wouldn't be bad. All right, gentlemen. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I hope those were good stories that you both brought. I thought that was really interesting. And the Nike breach, when I heard it, I was like, okay, Nike got breached. I'm like, okay, Clorox got breached. It's Scattered Spider. Like some of these stories, I'm like, okay, it's a breach. Like, is there really a lesson to learn? Is there really anything? It's just they took a bunch of like, whoa, it's not even newsworthy. It happens either so often or come on, like but it's the unique ones that are just like a really good story. And this one is a really good story. Like, think of how much customer data that Nike has. Like, you're right. Priceless. Like, they have our shoe size. They have all this stuff that can be used in databases to create the dossiers on us. Like, there's a lot of very, like a lot of data that they could have taken and made a lot of money on. And they're like, we don't want that. Like, we're in, nobody sees us, and we don't want that. We're going for this. And it went right for the jugular of everything that makes Nike. And but to me,
imagine now also, imagine this. Imagine that you receive a phishing email from Nike and telling you, hey, you bought this pair of Nike shoes. Your size is that. What about this one? And if you press here, you have a new offer and a 50% discount in the new, Jordan. If I don't know if Jordan is still people also will, looks like they know my information. They know my size. They know what I bought last time. It's Nike. Boom.
Yep, absolutely.
It's getting tough.
It's amazing. I will tell you, I think I'm being socially engineered. Just, I got a text that because I went to the doctor just for a checkup, and they never call it in to this pharmacy. And I got a text today that said 2 prescriptions were called into this pharmacy. I'm like, first of all, he only prescribed one, and it was just like cholesterol meds or something like that. And the other, then I just got a call. Hey, we don't have your insurance information. We need your insurance information, please, in order to set up your profile. I'm like, yeah, because we're not using you guys. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird? Like, and it came out like on my phone just now, it said that this pharmacy that I don't use was calling, like my doctor. So now to verify, I need to just go into my portal and see where it was called in, which I know it wasn't called in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, call the real number.
But how believable. Like it came from Walgreens, right? I just got a call from Walgreens. I don't get my prescriptions filled there.
This is cyber awareness in action. So you're going to go into your portal and verify there, and then you're going to Google the name of the pharmacy, and you're going to call the number that's listed on their website, not the number that your call came in from.
Exactly.
And see if that matches.
Right. Don't call the number that just called me. actually find the local number.
Find the pharmacy, find their registered business phone number. Yep,
yeah.
That's it.
I told you that my new hobby is try to hunt these scavenge con people.
Oh, yeah.
So the thing that I'm thinking to do now is
I will do that with you all day long.
Look at, like, I will be in the character of Han Solo or Indiana Jones. Like, hi, who are you?
He's like, I don't know. He's like, I got a bunch of small kids that are home for
I don't have time for this.
I got no time to be hunting the bad guys. I'm like taking off my shirt going, I'm on. Let's go. We got a full tank of gas, a carton of cigarettes. Let's go. I got sunglasses on. Let's go.
I'll leave the fight to you guys. Jeez.
All right, boys. Hey, thank you so much. And we will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.